Warm evening here in the Queen City, 61 degrees as we approach kickoff. Here's the playoff picture in the AFC. As we mentioned, the Steelers with a win tonight would get the 10-2 match New England for the best record in the AFC. They'll play in 2 weeks in Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, the Bengals with a win tonight would get to 6-6. Cincinnati won the toss and deferred, so Pittsburgh will receive the opening kickoff. Artavis Bryant back deep for the Steelers. They have struggled returning kickoffs this year. They're last in the NFL in kickoff return average. Pittsburgh's won the last 5 head-to-head against Cincinnati, including a game at Heinz Field on October 22nd. And the bullet picks off. We're underway at about an 11-mile-per-hour wind at his back. And Bryant takes a knee. So here's Ben Roethlisberger, Ohio native, back in his home state from Findlay, Ohio, and Miami University. 12 interceptions are tied for third most in the NFL, but 5 of those came in a disastrous home loss to Jacksonville, and he has been outstanding since. 14 touchdown passes since that game. And only 5 interceptions and a passer rating of 103. Steelers have started quickly in the last 2 weeks, opening drive touchdowns against both Tennessee and Green Bay, and some movement along the end of the line.
Full start, number 45, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Ron Anderson, the referee. Roosevelt Nix, the fullback. Move. The offensive line, one of the best in football. Pouncey and DeCastro, Pro Bowl players and first-round picks. The other 3 were all undrafted out of college, but it's a terrific unit. The big story during the warm-up tonight, Antonio Brown, leading receiver in the league in yards. He missed practice time this week with an injured right big toe, and he was clearly not running very well during the warm-up. He's wide to the left of Roethlisberger, who hands it off to Le'Veon Bell. And he powers out across the 25-yard line, got the penalty yardage back, plus a foot.
Le'Veon Bell. They are going to call his number repeatedly. You hear a feature back. That term is thrown around the league, and he wears that tag perfectly. Over 28 touches a game. He can hurt you real bad as a runner and a receiver, and the man never tires.
In his 5th year out of Michigan State, also an excellent receiver with 61 catches. Only Carolina's Christian McCaffrey has more receptions among running backs in the NFL. Roethlisberger on target, so much for the sore foot. Antonio Brown to catch for a first down out to the 45-yard line.
Amazing. These are not easy throws. This is a fly stop. Brown against Adam Jones. And I think Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger could do that in their sleep. It is a thing of beauty watching Antonio Brown work. He can run all the routes. He's not running bubble screens and quick screens. This man is running any route you can dream up from any position on the field.
In recent years, Cincinnati's done a good job containing Antonio Brown. Here's Bell. He got stood up after a gain to the 48, a pickup of 3. Let's head down to the field. Here's Lisa.
Hey, Sean. Well, Antonio Brown posted a picture of his swollen right big toe on Instagram today. He'd apparently been on anti-inflammatories to try to bring the swelling down. But when he came out pregame to test the toe out, it was clear it's still bothering him. He ran a few routes, appeared to favor his right foot on all of them. I said to him after, hey, it still looks a little sore. And he said, it's very sore. So,
keep an eye on that throughout the night. Play fake to Le'Veon Bell. Roethlisberger. I don't know if he was hit as he threw it or the ball slipped out of his hand, but an awkward throw that hit the turf. And a surprise, coach, they're huddling here in the opening series. Here's a look at the last play.
Geno Atkins getting some penetration, and good call, incomplete pass. Especially pass rushers on the field for the Bengals. Will they come after Roethlisberger? That seemed to be the theme of things on the practice field.
The 2 of the best pass rushing teams in the league Bengals have 33 sacks, 6 most in the league. They blitz up the middle with Perfect. Roethlisberger throws an interception, sidestepped the rush, but then it was picked off by Adam Jones. And he's writhing in pain as the ball came out, and the Bengals got it back as Carlos Dunlap fell on it. There's a flag down to the 50-yard line.
Montez Perfect applies the pressure with Marquez Denard, and Roethlisberger just threw his 7th interception on 3rd down. Take a look at the right side of your screen. You'll see Denard and 55 Perfect applying the pressure.
Ruling on the field was an interception. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Pittsburgh, number 26. Touchdown.
Well, it doesn't take long for this to get. Bell called for the penalty. We spoke with Montez Perfect yesterday. I mean, we've seen him involved in a lot of stuff over the years on the field. John, off the field, you can't even believe it's the same guy.
No, and that's a credit to Montez Perfect, what he just did there. That's a sign of a pro. You got to walk away, and he knows that the Steelers are going to bait him into penalties. Great job by Perfect walking away. Foolish penalty by Bell.
Perfect says he knows he has to stay under control. Marvin Lewis said he can't go over to the dark side. Well, he did a good job there, maintaining his composure. And the penalty on Bell means that Cincinnati starts at the Pittsburgh 44, led by Andy Dalton. 30-year-old, 7-year veteran out of TCU. There's a wobbler that's caught down the middle to the 25-yard line. Tyler Croft, the tight end, with a first down on a 19-yard gain.
They come after him with a crazy blitz off the right side. It's picked up. Andy hung in there nicely, and there's Tyler Croft, who's done an excellent job picking up the slack for Tyler Eifert, who's out.
Back surgery for Eifert, gone for the year. One of the best pass-receiving tight ends in the NFL. Brandon LaFell went in motion, 3 wide receivers. And Giovanni Bernard, now their backup running back, is the lone back. He gets the call of a nice hole off the left side of an improving offensive line. They really struggled to start the year, but in recent weeks, noticeable signs of improvement. That's a 5-yard gain.
They've got some good backs. Giovanni Bernard been awful quiet, just 120 yards coming in tonight. But when you have Giovanni Bernard and Joe Mixon, you can do a lot of creative things. And keep an eye on Bernard. They love to use him in the passing game, and he's very good on screens.
He has been supplanted as their lead back by the rookie Joe Mixon, who's looking on from the sideline right now.
Hey, let's go L90, L90. 319. Space out.
On 2nd and 5, plenty of time for Dalton. They're short of the first down on the catch by the rookie. Josh Malone, 4th-round pick out of Tennessee, and Ryan Shazier, the leader of this Pittsburgh defense, is not getting up.
It's a shallow cross. You're going to see Shazier, the middle linebacker, break on the ball and went in there with his head down, and that's never a good thing.
And as they tend to Ryan Shazier, will step aside. No score early in the first quarter.
That must have been some sale, Patty. Jim just had to have it. We saved hundreds. You? I had to have this. Wow. Love all of this. It lights up everything.
Let it pro, let it pro, let it pro. With a brand new GMC. It's GMC's first ever Denali season to upgrade. Get 15% below MSRP on the full range of 2017 Denali models. That's nearly $12,000 below MSRP on a GMC Yukon XL Denali.
Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
Where is it you want to go?
Oh, dude. Send it to him.
where is it you wanna go?
Hey, what you doing on your computer?
What's a computer?
Now, for a limited time, any Papa John's pizza is just $10. That's any Papa John's large pizza or pan pizza, only $10. Call now or order online at papajohns.com.
Better ingredients, better pizza.
Papa John's.
Kate has had a rough life. The first time she sat on Santa's lap, he cried. It was her fault. Her parents got divorced. Today, she found an actual frog in her throat. But Kate feels like a champion because she's eating tasty, protein-powered, wonderful pistachios.
We're back in Cincinnati. As you can see, Ryan Shazier still on the field. They've brought a board onto the field to carry him off. And not to be an alarmist, John, but I don't think anybody has seen his legs move at all since the hit. He immediately grabbed for his middle of his back. He was able to roll over onto his back, but his legs really have not moved from that position since he's been on the ground.
A lot of concern and prayers right now for Ryan Shazier, who's such a great player and one of the great Pittsburgh Steelers.
Had a chance to visit with him yesterday. Very likable, intelligent young man out of Ohio State. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Rated E for everyone.
All my own.
Ooh, I did it, baby. All me. All this glory all by myself.
We did it. It's a team game.
Since when? I saw a lot of me carrying a lot of you.
Bro, you my hand, bro.
Oh, your hand, huh? Who's wearing the ring, Marshawn?
Who put it there?
The other hand? Madden NFL 18 plays best on Xbox One X.
Medical personnel continuing to tend to Ryan Shazier, the leading tackler for the Pittsburgh Steelers. John, it's very, as we said at the top of the telecast, very physical and nasty rivalry. But that was just a man trying to make a tackle who unfortunately wasn't well positioned to make the tackle.
And it's really been the talk of the league. You know, you never go in there with the crown of the helmet, try to keep the helmet out of tackling, and all you can do is hope and pray that Ryan Shazier is okay.
When he first rolled over onto his back, you could see him squeezing his hand as if he was trying to see if he had feeling in his arm and hand. We spoke with Ben Roethlisberger last night about this rivalry. Andy Dalton over there to wish Shazier well. They talked about how intense this AFC North is. He said when they play the Baltimore Ravens, you anticipate smash-mouth physical football, but there's a respect. When you hit somebody hard, generally they help each other up. Said this Cincinnati rivalry has gone a little bit off the edge, and he said, I worry about players getting injured on both sides when this game is played because sometimes it crosses the line. Again, that has nothing to do with the history between these two teams. And we'll obviously get you an update as soon as we can on Ryan Shazier. The play resumes and the clock runs now. 11:05 to go. First quarter, 3rd down and 2. For Cincinnati, Steelers crowding the line of scrimmage. It's a blitz, and it's a pass that's incomplete. Intended for A.J. Green with Artie Burns in coverage, and the field goal team comes on for the Bengals.
Well, they're going to drop the defensive end and bring Shazier's replacement, Tyler Matakevich. Great pickup by Bernard, and credit Artie Burns, second-year corner out of Miami, Florida, with great coverage on A.J. Green. That's how it's done.
So there's Randy Bullock. Try a 35-yard field goal. Kevin Huber, the punter, is the holder, and that kick is good. And Cincinnati is on the board first. The turnover and the terrific field position that came with it leads to 3 points for Marvin Lewis and the Bengals. NFL players are lacing up, letting their cleats do the talking as part of My Cause, My Cleats. Players are supporting charitable causes important to them through cleats that are custom designed and inspired by their causes. You can discover the stories behind the cleats and bid on players' special edition cleats at NFL.com/MyCauseMyCleats. So many of these players involved in great causes, many of them involved in many charitable endeavors. Todd Haley, the offensive coordinator in his 6th year, talking about the next possession with Ben Roethlisberger. Again, surprised that they huddled as much as they did, given all the success they've had in recent weeks with the no huddle. We'll look at another deep kickoff with the wind at his back. And Martavis Bryant takes a knee.
There's Paul Gunther, very good defensive coordinator of the Bengals. Multiple coverages, multiple disguises. Hasn't been blitzing a lot, but in that last possession, he brings an overload on the left side. And they got to Ben Roethlisberger. They fooled him. Never saw Adam Jones with a huge interception. But Paul Gunther, a very good coach that comes into every game with a couple blitzes that you have not seen and you cannot prepare for. Keep an eye on that as this game unfolds.
Gunther doesn't blitz much. Lowest grade of any team in the league, and that really has been the case throughout Paul's 4 years as the defensive coordinator. John said, done a nice job. Took over Mike Zimmer when he left to go to the Vikings as head coach. His defense stacks up Le'Veon Bell. Darquez Denard in on the stop. George Iloka, the safety, up there as well.
Now here we go in a no-huddle offense. Ben Roethlisberger is going to call a formation. He's not calling a play right now. He's calling a formation, and he's going to take a look at the Cincinnati Bengals. And he'll use most of this clock to decipher what he thinks the coverage is, and then he'll get to the best play possible.
Adam Jones not on the field for Cincinnati. A groin injury. Questionable as to his return. Likely hurt on that interception. And he was slow to get up into a crowd and caught by Antonio Brown. First down, Pittsburgh at the 39-yard line with Dre Kirkpatrick in coverage.
Oh, Roethlisberger does an excellent job veering to his right. He has great confidence in his ability to throw the football in tight windows. And there's Antonio Brown on a square in, making a difficult traffic reception.
11-yard gain. Great blocking, and the pass on target to the impressive rookie, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Well, you're not kidding.
Across to the 46-yard line. Sorry, Coach.
No, you are exactly right. I get excited watching this man out of USC, just a rookie. He's playing 4 or 5 different positions, and being in a no-huddle offense with a guy like Ben Roethlisberger doesn't faze him a bit.
Youngest player in the league. He just turned 21, did Smith-Schuster. The left guard, Ramon Foster, is the tapper to signal Pouncey when to snap it, but sometimes it's a dummy tap. Roethlisberger on target. Tumbling catch made by Brown. Managing to succeed on a very sore toe. First down to the Cincy 45.
What he's looking for, he sees a single safety. He knows it's man-to-man. He took all the time needed to get to the proper route. And Antonio Brown off to a hot start. But try making that catch at home. Sideline drills, one-handed catches. He could be in a circus.
On 1st and 10, Martavis Bryant trying to break tackles, and he's wrestled down. Darquez Denard trying to pull the ball out. William Jackson in on the play as well. We talked about Antonio Brown establishing himself as one of the best receivers in the history of the league. He now has 564 receptions over the last 5 seasons, and obviously a lot of season left now, and that is the most receptions in a 5-year span, any 5-year span, in the history of the NFL. The mark was held by the Hall of Famer Marvin Harrison. It seems obvious that someday Brown will join him in Canton. And a deep throw intended for Brown, and he almost intercepted, closer to Kirkpatrick than it was to Antonio Brown.
I like Dre Kirkpatrick, former #1 pick out of Alabama. He can play a lot of different coverages. Here he's rolled up. He has help over the top. He sunk underneath this corner route, made a nice play. And that's why he was awarded a $52 million contract to be the left corner of the Cincinnati Bengals.
Matched up now with Martavis Bryant. Smith-Schuster, the motion man, and Brown one-on-one to the top of your screen on 3rd down and 7. Not in field goal range right now for Chris Boswell as they operate into about a 10-mile-per-hour wind. All day for Roethlisberger, and the pass deflected at the line of scrimmage, and it falls incomplete.
Chris Smith, number 94, the ex-Jacksonville Jaguar. It's his hand up there and rejects that Roethlisberger pass. So far, Cincinnati doing an excellent job, Sean, disguising coverages, keeping Ben Roethlisberger guessing.
Alex Erickson back deep. Cincinnati, one of the best punt return teams in the league. And a fair catch made by Erickson near the 15-yard line. Monday Night Football from Cincinnati. The Bengals on top, 3-0.
Rated M for mature.
Nope. Yep. Ain't no stopping. Nope. Steph Curry with the shot. Yep. Ain't nobody better than my team. Nope. Money like Draymond Green. Yep. Everybody say Warriors. Warriors.
Hi, I'm Casper. And I'm David. And we both had a really embarrassing problem. Sweaty hands and feet. And we learned that it's actually a medical condition called hyperhidrosis, or excessive sweating, and that millions of Americans have it. So we decided to make something that would help. Carpe Antiperspirant Lotion. It's really simple to use. Just rub in a dab and say goodbye to the sweat. So if you, like us, have suffered from sweaty hands and feet, you're the reason we made Carpe. Try it out at carpelotion.com.